Hello everyone, welcome to Book Club Preview Writing Edition. My name is Michael, and today we're looking at Great Paragraphs, Unit 10. And this is almost the last paragraph. I think chapter 11 is the last one, but that one will be pretty fast. Unit 10 is all about narrative paragraphs, how to write and craft a great narrative paragraph. And there's a few tips here. First, a narrative paragraph is just telling a story. They're some of the most pleasant paragraphs to read because we just get sucked into the story. There are a few things that are always common in stories. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end. Nowadays, some directors will mix up these parts, put the middle first, and maybe then the end, and then maybe the beginning. But each story has those three parts to it. When a narrative paragraph starts, it needs to give background information. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the next slide. But the topic sentence is not the start of the story, but more of some background into why you're telling the story. Oftentimes, narrative paragraphs, they entertain or inform people about something. And lastly here, narrative paragraphs use vivid language. When we're looking at descriptive paragraphs, that kind of language use of describing things can be really important in narrative paragraphs, trying to paint a picture of the thing that you're writing about. If it's a monster, you might talk about the color of its skin, the smell of its breath, the horns on its head, or maybe you're talking about a beautiful dress. You're talking about how it shimmers and how it feels, right? You want the reader to experience what the story is sharing. Well, on the next page, 78 and 79, we have the writer's note, which really connects to the beginning and middle end of a narrative paragraph. So I kind of combined them here. First of all, in the writer's note, it talks about a topic sentence. In a narrative paragraph, the topic sentence is kind of the background of why you're going to share this story. And I really love this example here that it gives. And it says, in example paragraph 68, I never thought I could do it. Do what? Right? That we don't want to start a pronoun without giving a noun before it, but we're trying to build some mystery, some suspense. I never thought I could do it, but I finally conquered my fear of public speaking. Well, the controlling idea, conquering my fear of public speaking, and telling the story, right? This topic sentence, sharing the story. And we can continue reading, and it's all about the story of this person conquering their fear. This mom, actually, or at least this wife. That's how it starts, with this setup to the story. Then the story starts. And I have here beginning, which is setup. But in stories, the beginning just kind of sets up what is going to happen into what we call the rising action. In our paragraph here, it doesn't really go into rising actions and falling actions, but I wanted to add it in here just so you know the 5 real steps of a narrative story, right? An essay, book. It could even be a paragraph, although a paragraph's a little too tight. But these terms are in here, and you might have already studied these. But the beginning of the paragraph, setting up the situation. The topic sentence, setting up why I'm going to tell you this story. The beginning, starting the sentence, helping you understand and put yourself into the sentence. The second phase here is what we call the rising action. Something is starting to take place. Something is building up and getting exciting. In the middle, we have the main problem, also known as the climax, and that's where things get, oh, this happened. Oh, he kissed the wrong girl. oh, the monster came out, oh, the betrayal happened, right? Something, boom, that tense part, the main problem or the climax. After that, we have a falling action where there starts to be some conclusion to what happens in the climax. And then lastly here, we have the final act or the result, where things start to cool down and things start to kind of get clear, and finally things end and everyone says, oh, I see, right? That kind of feeling. In our book, it's just beginning, middle, end, which is fine. But there's also these other two parts, rising and falling act. And we can study that more if you care about it. So, the best way to know how these things work out is to look at examples. So we have, I think, 3 examples here of different narrative paragraphs. So like always, first, before you read the paragraph, think. Look at these discussion questions, think about your answers, and we can talk about them together. Then read the paragraph and actually look at the example. And third, answer the questions. Okay, don't forget about that third part. Please answer those questions. And there are 3 different example paragraphs, so that's going to take you all the way to page 185, where we'll actually stop for today. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.